our little tea kettle crucible is working away in, the tiny little crater that we have it in, surrounded by a few solar panels, as we are bringing in some aluminum and ignoring the plastic that kind of actually turns into junk. We're also bringing in some of the carbon that then creates, again, ignoring the junk that we're kind of losing at the moment. I'm going to get to the pipe sorting thing sooner than later, I swear. But we're turning it into ceramics, and we finally have enough ceramics that Ruth will have the pieces she needs in order to extract this strangelet. However, we do need to work on the circuit board that we need to add into Ruth's bits and pieces as well. And I kind of did forget about trying to get to the treasury, since I am attempting to some degree to go ahead and impress our birds enough to be able to help. 64 stars! Oh, okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to impress our birds enough in order to achieve that before we have to leave this chilly place. However, since we need to go and we need to work on making some acid from water and sulfur right now, I'm hoping, okay, what do we do in the water and the silicon? Do we have water and silicon on here? I totally forgot that we needed quartz, like for anything. All right, let's see, silicon. Let's see. Oh, water and silicon is actually over on the Columbia asteroid, and it's a green one. You know what? Why not? Why not go ahead and have just a little bit of extra stuff going on, especially because we already have a launch pad that we had over here. There's only a tiny bit of water here, but I'm sure it'll be enough to go ahead and justify. Let's see, the quartz needs the chemical lab, and then maybe we'll do it like this. We'll extract some of the silicon, and then we will melt some of the ice into water, mix it together, and hopefully as we put those pieces in, there we go. We will be able to send the quartz off into space. The kind of space that we're hopefully going to also, level up the launch pad on so that we can really get moving. Look at all of our cute little birds. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. And speaking of adorable birds, let's actually have our wonderful little ensign yoke zip around for just a moment, and then back into space we go. So hello everyone, and welcome back to Starbirds, where we are still trying to dig up the captain's strangelet with Ruth's help, and we're gonna need to go ahead and make some acid to do that. And there is only one place that we can find the sulfur that we are looking for that. So we're actually going to change a few things. We're gonna move the sulfur to this landing pad. We're going to move the plastic and the carbon to the space station for now. Hopefully we won't mess things up too much there. We're also going to get some more credits, so hopefully that will serve us well. And then let's see, because getting a lot of station scoring stars would be kind of helpful. All right, so if we're sending our... So if I need the acid, the sulfur's being sent over here to... Oh, that's not actually going to help because that's not where... Okay, the sulfur needs to actually go to a planet with water. I don't know why I thought sending it to one of the other planets was going to help, because it's not. This is what organizing all these little details really can actually help you out with. Maybe we can work on the circuit boards and the silicon, since that's kind of something we're working on anyway. And that'll do solar sails for our space station, which I definitely want to improve before we head back into space. Seems pretty relevant to me. And while we are here, let's go ahead. We don't really need to be crafting these pieces anymore, I don't think. Maybe we do? No, I don't think we do. Okay, so let's see. What we need to be crafting is I need a landing pad so that then we can go ahead and we can take the only supply of sulfur that we have in the system. I'm pretty sure. I'm double checking. everything is beautiful and green and shiny, but if there is someone to be able to tell the difference between beautiful green shiny things, well, I'm going to do my best after all. I do love beautiful green shiny things. So yes, the sulfur is being sent off, and it's going to come over to Potentia, this lovely asteroid, where we're going to send it to. Let's remove this pipe, and we're actually going to. Oh, that would stop producing our plastics, wouldn't it? Oh. Why don't we get a little bit extra going on then? all right, wait, where's my acid? Okay. Why don't we just get another chemical lab? Everybody loves chemical labs, right? I'm sure this will work out fine. So then we'll have the sulfur delivered to this chemical lab, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get a pipe splitter once I manage this ice extractor. Hello, ice extractor. Can I move you? All right. See, it's all gonna work out. It's fine. Guinea pigs, don't look at me like that. We're going to go ahead and we are going to have this ice extractor that's nicely updated send stuff to this pipe, and the pipe is going to go to the chemical lab, and I hope. Is it gonna go to the chemical lab? I don't think it will, because it needs to go after that, doesn't it? Okay, hang on. Then let's actually move some of this around a little. So then we're going to send, I need the acid to go just straight. Yes, what is it putting in? Okay, so now I think it's sending the acid to the launch pad, which is what we needed. Also, look at that! We made a little bit of extra money on the side. Why don't we pull in a few more of those credits then? All right, so now we're making acid, which is what we needed. Oh my gosh. And then do we have any silicon on this planet, or it's just the methane and the water here, isn't it? Okay, so then this is fine. It's a little messy, but okay, it's a lot messy, but I'm trying to say it's fine. So then what if I have the acid sent to this planet after all? With the silicon. We just need a landing site. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Sometimes you don't know what you're going to get when it comes to making giant messes until you've made them. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. And we'll do the component lab, which is going to need 3 energy. It produces scrap waste. That's important to note, I think. And the component lab's also going to need some solar panel stuff. We'll put it over here for now. All right, and then we're gonna have it go over here, I'm pretty sure, because that'll make circuit boards. We just need the acid, and then we also need to get some silicon extracted. Totally not wasting our power grid energy and whatnots doing this. Not at all. Okay, it's totally wasting it. I know, it's kind of painful, but we just have to bear with it for now. And then let's grab the acid, have it delivered over here. I kind of like not mixing my acids with, you know, the literal space bases that we're in for survival. I kind of like that that's not happening. Hey, but we have the circuit boards coming on in. Good, good. Maybe I can go ahead and I can start producing a little bit more water. Do we need more oxygen? I think I accidentally, maybe, possibly, sort of, stopped producing as much oxygen. Okay, I know I didn't even accidentally do it. I know I stopped producing as much oxygen. All right, there is oxygen, but I think it's all going into being made for carbon right now. That could kind of be an issue. So how about I put my ice extractor away for just a second. We do pipe hub over here. We put my extractor there, so that's gonna go. Then some of it's gonna go into the refiner or here. I can't remember. Did it need to go into the refiner or? Okay, I think it needed to go into the refiner actually. All right, hold up. All right, so that is going to refine the water into oxygen over there. I needed it to be refined into oxygen over here too, so I could have just put the pipe slitter there. Ah, this is why you should double check everything before you start making a big mess of it all. However, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of find it endearing to make such a giant mess, because then we'll hopefully learn our lesson and do a little bit differently next time. The moral of the story is we already have the pipe hub, so let's see. I know we need water refined into oxygen, and we need that to go to the space station, like so. And we also need it to go over here to the chemical lab. And that's why it's probably pretty important to be able to upgrade those pieces if I had the ability to upgrade them. Since we don't, we'll go ahead and do that with the launch pad instead, in a desperate plea to try to make sure that at least something's happening here. This pipe is like, oh, probably because it's going to literally nowhere. What is that? Okay, that's not gonna help. Okay, wait. Okay, hang on. So that's extracting, right? Yes, okay. Literally the only place we need the sulfur to be going is into here to make acid at the moment. So that's fine. All right, that's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, everything is literally fine. There's no need for anyone to be concerned. And then we're sending the carbon off. Some of it's off to become plastics. And I think some of it's off. Yeah, some of it's off to go to the launch pad because everything's fine. Why is this so endearing? Just to make a giant mess and be like, oh, I see. Well, all right. So now that we finally have these circuit boards, we need to send the circuit boards over to the landing pad because we need to give Ruth some of those circuit boards and a little bit of solar power. So we're not going to dilly-dally too much longer, since each scientific step we take really helps us to learn something amazing and new. I do hope we get more oxygen sent off to the ship though, because that would be kind of nice. And we did manage to get a little higher on our space station before we prepare to possibly send ourselves even deeper into the depths of deep space. But I feel really motivated to try to be a little bit more tidy and like organized next time. I'm sure that, you know, it's not like our crew has a lot of options at the moment when it comes to, okay, so I think my circuit boards are being turned into ash. That's not what I wanted. Okay, hold up here. All right, that's literally not what I wanted. I think I was delivering it to the wrong circuit board. Okay. This is not fine, but it's what we got, and now the circuit boards are traveling through this giant spaghetti of pipes. So remember how I said, oh, but everything's fine, this is awesome. I understand I may have been stretching it a little bit. However, I am still proud of what we have managed to accomplish, and maybe we'll even pull off an upgrade to the lab before we move on. However, I don't think we're going to be pulling off enough of an upgrade to the lab that we could argue our way into saying that we totally deserve to go ahead and be able to have a high score here. No. But I mean, next time we're going to be birds in space, in this space race, able to become super good at what we're doing. Finally, that nugget has thawed. Now we just need to open it up. Hurry up, Stella. I want to join the others for Herb's birthday party. Herb is having a birthday party? I have a lot of questions about how you would calculate that, like in space when you've been in those chrono eggs and whatnot, but we'll put those questions aside for now. Oh, a little minion? Oh, not an enzyme? Or maybe we just call our enzymes minions, which probably starts some problematic issues when you think about the psychological effects of the hierarchy of the ship, but we'll put that aside. Beep, 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 beep. That also sounds like an adorable alarm, little minion. I don't know, is it better or worse if my alarms are cute? Never mind, I have guinea pigs. I know the answer to that. Don't crowd around like that. Shoo! We have no idea if it's safe. Shoo! Shoo! Peep, peep. It's humming, you say? I can't hear anything, but maybe the frequency is too high for my audible range. What are you talking about, Stella? Beep. Lays a wing on the outer shell. Oh, I can feel it in my feathers now. I still need to run some tests, but could it be drawn to the strangelet? Coming over, Captain. The little baby birds, like the Oh! I hope we didn't melt the other one in a bad way. Maybe it was, if it was an egg, maybe it was just like an infertile empty chicken egg. Oh, it's Herb's birthday party. Okay, that's hilariously cute. If that was a game, like stacking your planets and balancing it, I absolutely would do that. Look at that! I love this. Oh, that's adorable. Ooh! Wait, our two strangelets are hanging out. Oh, I'm so relieved. Uh-oh. Careful, maybe. Is this how we like end the universe? Good, the baby's okay. That's a little much for me worrying if the next one, like the next little one's gonna be okay or not. But oh, you guys. Okay, so we've got our winter coat on. We're still in Rafsicle, and we're out of starlight. That's kind of terrifying. I've never seen anything like that, and there is nothing in the research either. That has never happened before. Chirper! Any new superpowers coming after touching that thing? That is why you know that is a captain asking the important questions that the rest of us would be looking at, like the nitty-gritty of, oh, did the ship blow up? Or, oh, is there like some sort of quantum physics implication of all of this? Or maybe some sort of xeno extraplanet biology implication of this? And no, the captain is looking at like the big, broad, giant boost that we might experience to our spaceship, which is, did that potentially give us superpowers or not? Can you lift me with just one wing now? I mean, wouldn't that be if the zero gravity is on or off? Beep, beep, beep. Stop poking him, Cap. Stella, talk to us. What do your readings say? This sector has the strongest strangelet signature so far. My instrument shows that it's not a single massive strangelet, but rather a multitude. However, I wouldn't get too excited yet. We will need to spend a lot of resources to get them. No two ways about it. We'll venture out nonetheless. Let's find them. So we get to... Wow! It's huge! These interferences are a nightmare, but the readings look like there might be a strangelet close by, possibly even two more. Let's start somewhere. Results, Stella. We need results. Okay. So 3 strangelets. All right, we don't even have one yet. We've got some methane over there. Okay. Okay. I hope we're able to like find things carefully. All right. Ooh, out of reach. There's some, is that like a planetoid or just like a big giant strangelet? Okay, we want to be careful before we move too far, but I know water is usually important, so let's go to Callisto. All right, so oh look, Callisto has a strangelet. Yes. Ooh, and it's very shiny. I really like that quite a bit. Oh, cool. So you can actually figure, oh, are those cliffs going to be important? Oh man, that gives me such big spore vibes. Look at how pretty it is, just sitting there. I wonder if it's lonely though. Like, I hope that it's, okay, I hope it's lonely in the way of saying, I hope we're going to be able to give it a sense of like adding improvements to the world that it exists in. Also, create an energy network transmitting at least 40 energy in Sector 5. So I have a feeling we're about to learn quite a bit about how the energy goes. We also get if we get to 76 stars, then we might really leave our mark on space history here. And without upgrading a building. Oh, but I really like upgrading one. However, we're going to do our best. Got one. Yes, we do have one, Ruth. And actually, that means we need to put down the excavation hub. So let's be a little careful with this. So Ruth now needs some light alloys in order to get some strange points. Who even knows how that's going to help us out? And setting up a little bird bath with water. Okay, that's adorable. Let's also make sure that we get that moving and grooving. Let's see. Let's get some ice extracted. Please tell me we have enough for that. And then I'm gonna have to see if I can remember not to have a little enzyme yolk or little peeper yolk perhaps. Go ahead and upgrade everything, even though I kind of really want to. Maybe we'll be able to pay our way through getting a whole bunch of the the bits and bobs set up. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Bring in some of that water. Let's get more tech points coming on in. And then we can also work on, I know where the methane is for the lab, but I also think, yeah, we have silicon here. Is that what you want? No. All right. And we'll gather up some methane from another one of the other planets, or the asteroids, pardon me, for the lab and be able to get that moving. Oh, we have uranium here as well. I didn't notice, or else I would have, you know, snagged that. There's the methane. Oh, wait, maybe we might have methane on one of the other asteroids. Nothing to discover there. Let's actually go ahead and do a little discovery. So there's sulfur and aluminum on this asteroid, just uranium on that one. Let's try Melophamini just to check in. This also gives us an opportunity to go ahead and see, oh, what's this? Ooh, titanium. Now that's new. This also gives us an opportunity to almost, you know what? They're almost like seashells, or like, is this just like a big giant version of rock collecting? Is that where the eventual development of advanced space age civilizations is going to end up, with basically space rock collecting? Because I could see it happening is the thing. I could see like, oh, there's another Strangelet. Yes. And there's another one. Okay, that means we absolutely need to go ahead and we need to plunk ourselves down here too. Did I note that this Strangelet does, okay, it has a lot of space, this planet, but I don't think it has its uranium somewhere, and then water over here. But at least we found the other Strangelet too. Okay, we'll have to be a little careful. And as I was saying, I have this weird sneaking suspicion all of a sudden that maybe, just maybe, the future of the universe might end up being like people developing space age rock collecting, where it's like gathering the shiniest of your all natural asteroids. I can really see that happening. Iron and titanium for Ruth to be able to get this Strangelet excavated will create a strong alloy with a crucible. All right, got it. There's going to be quite a bit of work to go on here, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And we do need that methane. Did anything else have methane that we could see? Not that we could see. So I do think that's kind of funny too. Just the idea of I don't know why that's cracking me up, but just the idea of like, we collect such weird things. We develop such weird things as humanity right now. Why not go ahead and why not end up having the future of like life as we know it, space as we know it, end up being a bunch of people showing off to each other because they collected the rarest of asteroids. And actually, I guess that already happens, doesn't it? See? It's already going on. I'm not being silly. Also, I need more credits because I have now made us kind of poor. But all right, enough meandering and enough rambling. We are indeed getting a little bit closer to being able to really settle on, and we need that methane to upgrade the lab. That's a lot of credits. Suddenly, I wonder how much money we ended up spending on one spaceship. And it being like the only spaceship. Do we have our, I guess, oh, we could go ahead and we could collect our launch pad for right now and bring it back to us so that we can plunk it down on the methane planet just for a little bit. That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, where's... Ah, do I have to have a whole new one? I could have sworn I recalled my launch pad just then. Hmm? Maybe it's the initial setup that costs that? Aw, man. All right, I'm gonna watch over the water extraction. Though now this is probably where the captain would be kind of muttering about like, isn't this why we have AI robots to do this for us? And then once we manage to get that topped off, maybe, you know what, where's our ensign? This kind of penny pinching to make ends meet is exactly, there we go, is exactly why we have our ensigns, isn't it? Look at that. That's what we needed. A good little cheaper. Excellent work, little friend. Maybe it just costs like 100 to go ahead and be able to like do the exploring. And then we'll probably have to help search everybody's pockets. There was a whole strangelet here, hiding behind the piece. Oh. Good news, everyone! We found the other strangelet. Alright, well, now I've got to save up to be able to go ahead and smack an extractor down on that little puppy too. There we go. That's fine. See? We're on track after all. But all right, thank you all so much for joining us as we are stepping up into the depths of our next grand adventure. It is so charming. It is hopefully going to be more relaxing now that we have a little bit of a clean slate to start organizing. And we will carry on with watching as, aha, there we go. Much better already. Oh, the greenhouse absolutely needs to be made. Now let's get to refining some of the water into oxygen so that we can have said greenhouse up and going and being wonderful. Heck yeah. Also, okay, pipe. Stop doing that pipe. All right, let's do this. See, we're gonna get there. A little experience by waving a plant in my face and telling me if I remember how to do things, then I'll be able to have more plants is all the motivation I needed. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.